Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we suffer through blips and corruptions in our YouTube recordings. Yikes. Yeah, I've been dealing with this for a little bit, and I'm not really sure where it comes from. I'm sure if you've watched these episodes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, there's like 15 to 45-second freezes at one place somewhere randomly throughout every YouTube video I'm putting up. It only started happening recently-ish, and I'm not really sure what's causing it. And so what I've started doing is uploading things through Chrome, and I did some research to try to make sure my video recording codecs and stuff and everything like that are configured correctly to avoid the problems, because the videos work fine locally on my computer, right? So they just straight up work for me. But as soon as I upload them and get them processed on YouTube, they're like, there's like a problem somewhere. So I'm going to be diligently watching through my videos and seeing if I can make sure they upload correctly and double checking and uploading them in Chrome and just kind of going the whole 9 yards to try to figure this out because I hate that a lot. And I'm sure you do too, right? Like, oh, they're annoying. So, I really hate that. I'm sorry if you're dealing with it and if you're watching this and you're like, actually getting to those points in the video, because sometimes it's kind of exciting stuff that you're missing out on, right? It's like there's a whole discussion that I'm having with the ether and it's just going away. So yeah, that sucks. That sucks a lot. I hope we can figure it out. So anyway, just to kind of remind folks what we're doing on this series, this is a constructed series. What that means is I have a mod installed, Stoker Deck Editor, where I will eventually, but not yet, edit runs in order to showcase specific things. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm running through the full champion series right now and basically giving you a rundown with each one before I move on to some more constructed things that I have planned. So yeah, right now we just did a little fade run. So if memory serves, that brought us to 11 and 0, which is exciting. 11 and 0 is a good streak. So we did Firelight Fade and pretty much just blasted everything with Draft infused. Was it Draft? No, it was Steelworker infused Horned Warrior. What a good unit. And we just duped it and we had that Horned Warrior gang slam face. So that's exciting. This time, however, we are now moving on to the DLC unique clan, the Wurmkin. And I'm really excited for this because I love this clan a lot. It's very unique, it's very interesting. Up front, before I even talk about the champion, though, that we're hitting, which is the Wurmkin Spine Chief, the clan itself is very confusing, I think. So I don't think it's the strongest clan, but I don't think it's the weakest clan. I also don't even think it's that low on the tier, right? So I think, well, that'll probably be another video if I actually rank them and talk about them, but I think it's fairly middling, maybe a little above average. And frankly, I think its units are good and its spells are great and it does a good job at what it's trying to do. The main problem is that it's confusing and the optimal lines are non-obvious for most players. Frankly, they're not obvious for the good players either. Even if you're great at this game, you may not recognize that something works or behaves the way you want it to or is good or not. Sometimes the numbers look small and then ramp suddenly very fast and it's like, okay, what the heck's happening? So yeah, it can be pretty spooky. There's also a lot of infinites in here thanks to returning consume cards, so that's always fun. Spine Chief is a solid pick. Digging right into him, I think that he is a great augment to this clan, plays very nicely with it, and has kind of like the most bog standard things you would expect. Bog standard. That wasn't intentional. It has the most bog standard things that you would expect from this clan, right? It's got like inspire triggers. It does something with echoes. It creates echoes. It does that stuff. And the one thing I'll call attention to up front is that Spine Chief is thick. Like many of, when I say thick, I mean takes up a lot of space. Like many of the Wurmkin units, that essentially means that it's hard to jam a lot of things into this floor. And for a clan with so many thick units, you'd think that they'd have some, ascend or descend functionality, and frankly, they don't. So that's very clearly intended to be a weakness of the clan. They all benefit from echoes in some way. They all do something with it. You want to align inspire triggers, etc., etc. But they made it very tough to jam pack everything together. Now, of course, you could just have a secondary clan that has some of that in there and maybe solve it that way, but that's not a guarantee. Most of the clans don't have the kind of things you're looking for, or the cards suck, like Restoring Retreat. So, it can be kind of a struggle. Space is a very common take here in order to support the chief because he can be kind of tough to fit in otherwise. We'll go left to right. There's nothing fancy I have to go out of order for here. And we'll start with the Decayer. So Decayer is the Inspire path. It's also known as Reap Chief. It applies Reap. So it applies Reap to the entire floor on Inspire, which is extremely strong. This path is dope, right? This path basically solos everything, will kill flying bosses, no problem, but falls apart on non-flying bosses and falls apart on the Divinity. And when I say falls apart, I mean it doesn't just win, right? So this chief is one of the two reasons why the Divinity has the buff called Purify, which removes Reap and Frostbite at the end of turn. So yeah, it kind of ramps ridiculously fast, and it's very good. This thing will chunk the hell out of any boss that it encounters, but oftentimes it falls apart in relentless combats, right? It doesn't have the offensive or frankly defensive capabilities to do much here. And look at how much HP this whole path has. 140 on Decayer and like 100 baseline on the others. This dude is pretty tanky and still gets kind of run over because it doesn't have a lot of momentum offensively or defensively. The clan struggles with defense. There's not a lot of defensive scaling, so it can be kind of tricky. Basically, what you'll do is you'll camp this dude on the bottom floor of your run. You will load up all floors with echoes, and you will just blast Inspire triggers, and all units will just die before they reach your pyre. Cool, right? The big challenge, and pretty much the only thing you have to answer, there's two questions you have to answer when playing the Reap Chief, and that is, one, how are you keeping the chief alive? This could be something like an endless tank in front of it. It could be like a regen spammed, I don't know, a Woken Hollow or Thorned Hollow or something tanky that you just keep alive with big heals. It could be healing itself, like a holdover Unleash the Wildwood's very good. There's a lot of solutions. You really don't have to answer much other than how are you keeping him alive? And then he'll do his job, as long as you cultivate your deck down to basically only infused cards. The next question you have to answer is, how am I doing roughly 1 to 2,000 damage in Relentless to the Divinity? Because it's not going to be with this guy. This guy will fall apart. He'll do a lot of damage to the Divinity, roughly 3,000 or so, depending on how fast you ramp and how infused your deck is. But it usually doesn't win. And that's a problem, right? It usually is not going to actually beat the boss. And so you need something somehow that's doing that. It could be whatever solution you have. Usually it's your secondary clan doing something, but sometimes it can be something you jam on his floor, right? Like you can tank this guy and keep him alive behind, say, Keeper of Echoes, Incants units. What else do we have? Lots of options, right? So if you have like an incanting siren in front that's getting a lot of damage, that siren is going to be able to do, 2,000 damage to the Divinity, right? Not too bad. If you have maybe like a Guardian Stone in there somehow, planning out your space and so forth, it works out pretty well. So usually you just need to solve the Relentless problem and the survivability problem, and your run is very clean. Very nice. Worth noting, this path is extremely awkward if you roll with Exile, Hellhorned, or Default Melting, because they have units as their starters. And because the starters are the things that get infused, it hurts a lot, right? They're already hurting for space. You're not going to be able to fit them on the floor. It gets ugly. It gets pretty ugly pretty quick. Usually in those cases, I would recommend not taking Inspire because you're going to run out of triggers pretty quickly, and it's going to suffer a lot in the early and late games. And that's pretty much the Decayer. I think it's an incredible path. I usually have a ton of fun with it. So this is a great fun. Just a good old-fashioned slap fest. And you just kind of solve problems and win game. Neat. The Corruptor is our next path that we'll talk about. And this one is awesome. Basically, it's Firelight Fade in a different form, kind of, right? Your answer is, what you're looking for is very similar to Firelight Fade in that you want a lot of hits on your floor. So this could be things that are one space with multi-strike that you just kind of slap in here. The obvious answer is in clan, Bogflies themselves. What I would personally recommend is ye old bogfly cocoon. What is it? The chrysalis infused with another chrysalis, because that adds, what is it? 6 bog flies to your floor. Yeah, you basically fill your floor with one space dudes that you can give multi-strike, and they go crazy. And that's awesome, right? You just set that in mid or bottom, and it's great. The other nice thing is it overflows your floor, so you don't have to worry about taking space, right? So that's very nice. And it's not greedy on Inspire triggers either, because you only need 5 to hatch the egg. So it's very strong. That's obviously the in-clan win con here. If you miss that, there are things in other clans that can do it. Like, honestly, Spike Driver Colony is insane with this path. Drafts are good, and you can even go like the Hallowed Halls route, just reform your whole floor and go mad with power. You have a lot of really cool options. Basically, your game plan's easy, right? You want to solve keeping Chief alive, keeping your floor from getting overrun, and then put big Echo into floor and slam everything for like 1,000,000 damage a turn. It's pretty straightforward. It's interesting because this is the path that has the hardest like requirements for like an offensive backline, but similarly struggles the most with survivability, only having 100 HP. So he's not a good front line. You're going to need some solution. Similar solutions kind of work for all of these paths, frankly. You know, armor, healing, things like that. But you're not going to want a tank in front of this because you're going to be wasting its effect. You want big, beefy, like small, I say big, you know what I mean, like lots of multi-strikes, small units. Sirens are fine. You can win this path with like 2 multi-striking sirens behind it, and then you just kind of incant the floor and you go crazy. Quick is really good on your backlines here. You know, quick sweeper with multi-strike, very strong. You can just have 2 of them on your floor and just obliterate everything. It's pretty great. Basically, you want to protect him either with quick or late skift or something like that. It's a pretty straightforward game plan, but again, it's something that feels a little weaker early on and gets really strong later on, as long as you kind of cultivate your deck appropriately and find the right things. So you're going to start off slower, play it cool, ramp up very fast in the end. So, and that's Corrupt. There's not much other nuance there. The other path that we'll talk about is Infector. So I think this is the weakest path, but it's still good, right? I don't think this is a losing path. It is, I mean, it has multi-strike 2 by default at the max level, has good mid-range HP. You're probably not attack scaling this thing because it's okay, but it's not like clearing your floor. I guess you could do it. But the neat thing is it strikes and gives you echoes. This is the only source of echoes in the entire game that is scaling into Relentless, right? So if you have a Bogfly or something with an Inspire trigger behind it, you can get this to a point where it ramps in Relentless and it has like constant scaling, which makes this very strong. This also hatches eggs really fast because it just slaps for 3 echoes a turn. It's really fast into the Divinity, right? You're going to hatch your like Bogworm in, what, 3 turns, assuming you play literally any spells. So it's pretty great in that respect. So yeah, it's a pretty good path. I frankly don't mind it too much, but yeah, there's not a lot of nuance here, right? Find Inspire trigger, put it behind, put it with egg. Okay. It does okay. I don't think it's very strong. It doesn't ramp out of control like the other 2 paths do. And quite frankly, that's just okay. So yeah, you know, it's okay. I usually skip this unless I absolutely have to take it or really want to for some reason. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's the Chief. The last piece of information I'll give you is that on the scale of S tier being an auto win, you can't lose with this champion, all the way down to D tier where I throw it away and you pretend it doesn't exist. This champion, I rank him as an A tier. There's no bad path. They're all very strong in their own way. Corruptor and Decayer, you're always going to see an incredible line that kind of drives your run. And yeah, it's great. I'm a big fan. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to really say here. So let's hop out and jump into a run. All right. All right. You maybe noticed a little bit of a blip there with the audio. I had a veritable crisis in my household. My cats were going mad with power, so that's always fun. But now we are back to it again. Let's hop in and let's play some Spine Chief. We'll do it random as always. I won't be editing this run in any way. It'll just be a default run. And let's send it. Hopefully you're all doing well today. I know I'm having a good one. All right, what are we looking at? We have default Wurmkin with default melting. So I actually called attention to this before. The Dreg starter makes this very spooky for the Reap path, right? Dregs are a little bit better than Queen Zimplings because they're 0 cost and eventually go away, and they're decent chump blockers, but it's pretty tricky. We have Double Barrel Daedalus, we have Curse Fell, and we have Patient Seraph. Ooh, Patient Seraph, interesting. We have Bounding Echoes, Entombed Explosive, and Power of Knowledge. So this is a deceptively weak start. It looks strong because you have melting, right? But because you have melting, it makes the Reap path very weak, right? It's difficult. And while I do thin everything out, right? So all these dregs and these train stewards go away, and it's essentially just my fractures, and even the Bounding Echoes goes away. So it's like there's a lot of stuff here, but it's going to be tricky because we're going to have a hard time powering up the Reap line, especially because I'm going to have to spend space somehow on keeping Spine Chief alive. Of course, they could also just show me Hallowed Halls, and we just win the game off that, but it's fine. Let's look at our Horde first, see what we get. Gross, right? So we do have Curse Fell, which makes Sinner's Salve very attractive. That is a perspective take, so this basically asserts that I feel strong right now. I guess I'm okay. You know, I have Entombed Explosives, which are strong. Dregs are good early. Fracture's great. So I could take this, I think. Pyre Wall is the safe, immediate value pick. It's gonna represent so much HP over the course of the run. I can leak a lot and feel pretty comfy with this. And Pyre Wall is also kind of similar to Sinner's Salve in a way, in that I can theoretically just let the blights hit me and not play them, and then they just bounce off of Pyre Wall. This is a pretty tough one. I think we are strong enough right now to make it through the early game. Fracture is an extremely good starter. Dregs are fine. They go away. Let me look at my units real quick. We do see a Remnant banner here along with Steel, and then the Magic and Wurmkin banner. We have a lot of options. There's good banner, like diversity here, and we have double Magic banner. I always say that, Magic banners. Double Magic merchants. So we could get away with a Sinner's Salve take here. This is fine. This is fine. I think I am going to take Sinner's Salve because I feel strong enough. And, you know, for as good as Pyre Wall is, which basically means I don't die in the first 4 rings, more or less. Well, you know, when you put it that way, this is really good. I can aggressively take a lot of stuff. All right, Pyre Wall has convinced me. We're going to take it. We're going to take it. Okay, so this is fine. This is fine. I can play Corruptor here because I have 1 space units to stick behind, and it's perfectly powerful. Or I could play Decayer and Suffer. I did recommend against this literally a couple minutes ago, so maybe I should not go against my own recommendation. It's not impossible, is what I need to tell you. It's not impossible. Things like Bounding Echoes are extremely good with Inspire Path. Now, that does mean I really want to go to a Wurmkin banner and find like a Keeper of Echoes. If I go that route, I have to answer the survivability question, and frankly, melting is not great about that. If I was Exile melting, this would be great because I could just reform Decayer, right? And it would be incredible, and that would also Inspire trigger. So just reform unit, it's endless basically, right, Forehead? So the Corruptor is probably the better take here. There's a lot of things I could find, like draft and then infuse some stuff in and have like a melting lineup in the back. That's certainly an option. There's not a really great Wurmkin banner. Like, I don't want to go to this Merchant of Magic. There's nothing I really desperately want to upgrade here spell-wise. Like, Power of Knowledge is, like, fine. It's 30 damage for 2 energy, which is not good, I guess, but it scales a little. This is tough. I think, as much as I want to play Decayer here because I think it's fun, and I think we can find a line, I'm going to hit up the Corruptor. I think this is correct. So we will take that. I am strong enough to grab this Horde. I answer all the problems very easily. Interesting. So if I had taken Sinner Self, I probably would grab Conscription Notice here. But I don't have any reforms, but that doesn't mean I won't see any. Resin Block is extremely good with reform plans. I think it's so good I can't skip it. Like, I have the Encased Ember with an Endless Entombed Explosive is just all my energy problem solved ever, but I think Resin Block is too good to skip here. This is going to result in some wacky stuff. Maybe they show me Hallowed Halls and we just kind of go mad with power. I would be okay with that. Alright, we do get upgraded crossbowmen. See, like, this is Mark Invasion, right? It's so good. I can just do that. Like, even then, do I want to click this? Interesting because our chief can kind of just get got on turn 1. What's my worst draw here? Worst draw is like double Bounding Echoes, double Deadweight. Chief. Chief just eats 15 in that case, which means we almost assuredly die to the boss. Even fractures aren't good really, right? I need units. Yeah, you need a unit for this to be decent. I could also play bottom and bounce, because this Discipled Foot Soldier only exists on turn 2, right? So it's a apprentice behind with a healer behind on turn 1. Can't chump block those guys. I think I can take this. This might be too aggro. I think I can take this though. This is comfortable. The Pyre Wall is really what kind of puts me in a comfortable position here. Yeah, so I can actually play top here, right? Yeah, we can comfortably play top, and this is just fine. Right, because I lose 2, I get 1 hit in. I don't need to kill this, right? Like, I don't need to worry about this. This just bounces off the Pyre. The only question is, do I clear one of these? I have 12 incoming next turn. Or do I start working on this dude? Frankly, I think I start working on this dude. It's going to do nothing here. Of course, thanks to Power of Knowledge. What a great spell. But, whatever. We'll just bounce him off the Pyre Wall for now. I need to answer this guy. I'm going to play Dreg. I need... If I play Dreg on bottom and accept this man's damage shield, I clear this dude, right? Yeah, that's worth it. I'm going to dumpster this Echo, I think. I lose the money. Not ideal. Okay, here we go. I'm going to play a... 1 will go here, and it'll pop that damage shield. 1 goes here to take this hit. So, like, there's an argument. The boss spawns at... some numbers. Right, the boss spawns at 6 damage here, I believe. Right, with 6 damage, I want to save this because it gives him an extra hit. So if I do this, we're get a kill. It's fine. Yeah, okay. And then here we'll do another Echo on... That's a strong floor. We'll do another Echo... Honestly, on the backline, dude, I think. It doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's fine. Yeah, he starts at 6. Alright, we do draw a double Tombed Explosives, so this is actually just free. That's excellent news. Cool. So I think we navigated this. There was ways it could have been better. I'll clear this back fellow. Yeah, this is now just fine. It's closer than it should have been, right? But look, I was even telling you. He does 6, so that extra HP, the way I organized this was 100% correct. It's not going to matter because of power knowledge, but no big deal. Alright, so we come ahead, take no damage, thanks Pyre Wall. Interesting. This is the case where, you know, Echo Transfer is... If this were infused, I would take this here, because it's extremely good on the units you want behind Spine Chief, but it drains too many of the Echoes, and it actually hurts your floor scaling. I'm going to take Proclamation, because when this is infused, this is just bonkers. This is an obscenely good card. Just, wow. Molten Encasement. So this is Patient, right? And with Patient, we're terrified. So I'm going to take Molten Encasement here because this just answers the patient problem. You know, I could Drip Fall, but Encasement is better. It just is. Yeah. It just is. It also means I can see Endless and feel pretty comfortable about it. I'm definitely taking space somewhere along the line. Yeah, we go right. I want to see all the options here. I have money as well. Interesting. I could go up to 25 if I feel like I need something. Endless. That's probably going in the tomb. These are terrible. Right? These are terrible. I mean, Paraffin Thug is, I guess, fine if I see multi-strike, right? I guess. I think I have to take Paraffin Thug or I just lose here. Yeah, alright. Maybe this is a big money run. I'm going to put Endless on the encasement now. And then I'm going to spend 60 to re-roll this. Which seems crazy, but there is money there, right? Where's our next magic seal shop? Right here, actually. The Endless Tomb essentially guarantees we make it through Daedalus. The only problem is, of course, I can't easily fit the tomb on the floor right now, right? Because it's Thug, Encasement, Chief, which is 6 space. So it's going to be awkward. It's going to be awkward. I'm probably not going to be able to do that, right? If I reroll this, there is a small chance that I see something I would take. I would never take quick. I would never take large. This is a bad reroll, I think. I do think I take the money anyway, maybe. Let's see, temple there. So I can infuse after Daedalus. Then we just have so many temples for the rest of the run. Okay, that's fine. This Divine Horde, I could see, yeah, Wurmkin relics are really good, so I could see something fun there. This money is, I think, a bait. Yeah, I think it's a bait. We're probably going to make enough money because our unit is Thug, so let's just kind of send it here. Shame about no burnout. There's nothing I want to put in there now. Yeah. I don't know. I think we're fine on here. Think about it. Yeah, there's a lot of ways I can get through this. I'll take the unit draft. Maybe I see something better than Thug, which would be nice. All right, so we can do a really good floor here, right? We can do Chief, Moneymaker behind. I can do this, and I can kill this, and then because of the +5, we don't kill him, but it's okay. I'm gonna just play these here so I can get money and clear that out. Ugh, see, this is the problem, right? You can't infuse this floor very easily. I'm just gonna put some echoes on the bottom in case I draw into a good thing. 15. That's a good backline hit, I think. Think about the math, right? We're doing what? 1530, so we only kill the front guy. I'd need to get 2 more infusions up top. There's no way I do that, right? Absolutely no way I do that. So I have to put the power of knowledge in front, right? That means the Chief gets it, and then I need to put Fracture in back and just send this Dreg to the Shadow Realm. Okay. Yeah, we take nothing. It bounces off Firewall. Sadly, I don't get the money, though. But, yeah, it's fine. We're going to deal with those boys on the bottom. I'm just going to play the Train Steward, I guess. This is the problem with the Dreg Start, right? I can't do anything up here to infuse this floor enough. It's fine. It bounces off the Pyre, but we don't get the money, which is sad. This is terrible. Thanks, Train Stewards. I need space really badly. The Entombed Explosives on the bosses are extremely helpful. Okay, that's spooky, right? We take... Firewall's going to do some work. That's, what? 2 hits? So I take 21, which bounces 9 off, so 12. I go to 28. It's not good. It's not good. But it's fine. I maybe was too aggro there. Really shameful about hitting that Bounding Echoes like this. I really don't want to take those. And another Bounding Echoes doesn't, like, do anything for me, right? I don't know. Ugh. Gross. I don't think this is good, right? I wish I had, like, an Echo Infusion with this infusion on it. Alright, I'm worried about Daedalus at this point, is really what I'm worried about. You saw that floor. That floor was terrible. There is the argument to just have Chief with a bunch of stealth and throw away the Thug, which might be the line to survive Ring 3. Unless we hit like a nuts event or something. I may also stay at 15 charts, right? And not take another 15 on the Relic up ahead. I can't take these. It's basically Bounding Echoes number 3. No, I don't think it is. I have to skip this, I'm pretty sure. Show me something good. I take a Reform here. Yeah. Sad about this, but I take a Reform because it enables some stuff. No draft on this run. Not ideal. This would be a really good holdover card. This Wicklash. I do see a Merchant of Magic. Could hit it. Molded is just frankly going to be better. What would I reform, though? I mean, Tombs, sure. I think it is the Molded. The Molded opens up some fun lines, like... Yeah, I think it opens up a lot of things, and we should respect those lines. What terrible units, frankly. I could take the Vessel. The Vessel has natural multi-strike. It's infused. But it's rough because I have to hatch this thing, and I'm terrible at infusing a floor. I would love to take this, but I just can't, I don't think. And these other units are trash. That was a bad trade. It's a bad trade on the unit banner. There's so many things I could have seen here that would have been good, right? Like Paraffin Enforcer, or like Keeper of Echoes, or Shard Soul Carver. But instead I got this. Never Tycoon. Kinhost Vessel, I think, kills me because I never actually hatch it. And eventually, when it does hatch, it loses the stealth I will inevitably stack on it. And I already have a Thug, so I guess that's just 10 gold. Yikes. I am going to go to the magic shop. Maybe I see a good Wurmkin unit here. And there's this Horde, this Relic over here is kind of like, I don't know, could be a miss. Could be a swing and a miss. Oh, I also forgot to mention the Reform is an obvious synergy pick with the Resin Block, which is really good, so yeah. Sad about the no draft, though. We'll go right. I might have actually taken Pyre HP if they'd shown me it. Holdover. I have a -1 holdover on their Molded, which is exciting. Bog Chrysalis. So we win the game? Yeah, we're going to take that. That's fun. Okay. I feel significantly better about this now. Yeah. Significantly better about this now. Plus 10. I might just stick that into Proclamation, frankly, right? Okay, so this event could be a lot of things. I'm glad I saw that Bog Chrysalis. That kind of saved the run, right? Like, geez. I can, if I survive this, I can dupe and self-infuse here. I do miss the Merchant of Steel, which is sad, but the self-infuse is value. I could do it later, though, and just play it cool. I will do it later and play it cool, right? Wow, what a crazy lineup. Vortex, Hellvent, Vortex, Hellvent. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I think this holdover on Molded lets me do some whack stuff, right? I can kill the Bog Chrysalis on turn 1 and just reform it, and then when I finally have 5 echoes on the floor, I can just drop it up top. Is this a bait? I don't think so, but it might be. Like, what am I actually reforming? I mean, there's a lot of value here, right? It's like Entombed Explosive is huge. Dregs infuse floors. Like, I could lose Chef, and then I have to reform Chef. I think this is absolutely correct. I'm just trying to think, like, it doesn't help me a ton right now. Do the -1 here, and then the holdover. I think this is correct. This is kind of weird. I'm going to put a +10 into Proclamation, frankly. This is another case where I just think just random upgrades on this is fine. There's another universe where I took like a +30 holdover on this Proclamation, but I don't think that's it here. I do have no money. Oh, what cavern do we get? HP? I mean... Huh. The HP is good. Like, just, I'm not healing anyone, right? I am not healing anyone. So that's just flat out good, right? That affects a lot of good stuff. It doubles up on the Bog Chrysalis, which is good. It makes Chief a little more durable. It does make the tombs a little harder to get killed. I could take blood for blood if I'm really concerned. Anything I leak then kind of just becomes free. And this is double barrel, right? So I could set up... No, I couldn't set up mid. I don't have enough space. Well, I technically do, because of the Bog Chrysalis is 1. Interesting. There's some options here. It's never this little Heartstone. Never that. I don't have any overflows, and I don't need the HP on anyone. Blood for blood is really good. It's insurance, right? It means that anything I leak heals me, especially because it can combined with Pyre Wall. It does a lot of work because the Pyre Wall takes a hit and then I just get full heal, which is good. I need to think about... The only real question is Petrified Heart, right? It makes all my stuff fairly durable, which is good. Except my tombs. I don't have the Burnout 1 on this Molten Encasement, or I would feel really good about the Petrified Heart take. That's the only question. Right? The neat thing about this Petrified Heart is that it benefits the Bog Chrysalis so that it doesn't immediately die on top floor Divinity. Now, obviously, that requires I hatch it in 1 turn, right? Which is never going to happen. I'm probably going to take space and play mid for that and just accept that, but yeah. I think I'm going to take blood for blood because I'm scared. And I think we have a good line here with the Bog Chrysalis. Like, we have a really good line. I don't need this HP, right? I'm going to take blood for blood. I think it is actually just correct. I'm going to leak stuff. I have Pyre Wall. I think it's comfortable. Do I go to 30 here? Let's think about it. I'm going to do some kind of an infusion. Probably self-infusion on this Bog Chrysalis, so that's 25, so 40. And then I guess I take the last relic, so 55. Weird, right? Weird. There's not a lot more I'm going to take. It's just a question of how scared I am. I'm not going to do the infusion on ring 4, by the way, because I'll be at 30 shards, which is comfortable for that combat. And I can just do it again on ring 5, right? Yeah, I can do it on ring 5. Maybe I see something cool with the steel shot. I'm going to take this. Oh. Okay. This is interesting because decoy with fracture is just fun times. It just makes this significantly better, which is always good. Dun Echo helps out a lot with upcoming drafts. So interestingly, in this universe, I should have looked at the Horde first because I could have seen Dun Echo, which meant that I might have gotten an infusion on my Bog Chrysalis. Really weird. I never would have done that because the other way around is more important, right? Seeing the egg means that I would have taken, like, Hardened Hull here, right? So I think I would never have done the line that makes this Dun Echo infuse the Chrysalis, but it's interesting to think about. Advanced Prototype is interesting, right? Because could I put Train Stewards behind the Chief? Whoa. I guess. Is this a Train Steward run? I don't know about that. That's weird. I mean, the prototype does guarantee I don't lose here. I think the Blood for Blood also does with the Pyre Wall. How important is Dun Echo? If I were Inspire Reap Chief, I think I might do it, but I'm not. I think I'm actually just going to take Advanced Prototype. This might do some really crazy stuff. And the Train Stewards are extremely good with the Chief then, right? They just destroy Daedalus and most of the upcoming combats. Huh. This is actually really good. Surprisingly so, huh? I mean, my end game plan is never the train stewards, though. How strong am I? What is my strength level right now? Let's see. What's the best case is like, I don't know. Chief Daedalus does like what? 10, 9, I think, actually. No, he's going to do 10 or 11, depending on kind of that threshold. I think it's 11, maybe. No, it's going to be 10 because of 30. So he hits for 10. I get 3 rounds, assuming Chief is at max life. The Chrysalises behind, they have no HPs. They die in 1 hit. We get, what, 3 rounds of 1, 3 rounds of a couple slaps. They're going to do what? They have 5 echoes on the floor, which means... And they're going to have 4 echoes on the floor, which means they get +5 each. So 20 on top of their base 0. So 20 damage, plus they'll get 4 from Chief. So that's 40 a hit. So that means 40 by 2 is 80. So I get 240 before Chief dies. And then that results in like another 20. So I get 260 in Relentless with the Chief Bog Chrysalis plan, right? Because when this hatches, it spawns a second unit that takes 2 space. I actually think I need to take Advanced Prototype here. And I'm going to do it. This is extremely front-loaded, but I don't think I actually beat Daedalus with my current plan. Like, this thing has no upgrades. And Chief is trash right now. He has 30 life. Okay, I think we definitely win Daedalus here, which is good. I can actually put the Train Stewards in front, right? Yeah, I can do that. Interesting. Interesting. So I'm going to do the Echoes first. I'm going to just play the Train Steward on... Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to just do this. I think this run gets a lot cleaner once I have the space for this encasement on the floor, but for now I don't. I would rather lose this Train Steward because I can replace it, right? And then, I don't know, just... We're going to send the egg. And I'm going to play this. I don't want to draw it, though, right? I don't want to redraw this. Yeah, I don't want to redraw this. We just leave it. I'm a little spooked here. Okay, so Train Steward. This is actually really bad. This floor is just going to slap, right? I'm going to put the encasement here to kill that front fellow. 2, 1, 2. I can... Oh, I can't because of the energy, right? I needed to do this, though, so I think it's fine. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, so 3, 6, 9 damage coming in. He gets killed every time. Yeah, okay, interesting. So I think I just play the Train Steward, actually. I can't really farm here. And anything I leak is okay, because I can heal it with blood for blood. So I'm just going to play this Train Steward. Oh my gosh, down below, maybe? It's interesting. I'm going to do this to charge the floor. It dies, of course, and I just leave these out. Weird. I could send them, but I'd rather keep the Train Steward for the refresh up top. What is this Doug ever doing? Are you ever killing anything? No. Well, he can maybe be reformed. It's fine. Okay, we actually kill this. Oh, yeah, he can just straight up be reformed here, right? Yeah. Just totally fine with me. I can... What am I drawing into? I have at least one Train Steward in here? Okay. So we're going to put him mid. He dies in this current configuration. I can do double dreg, tanks the round, and then I do this to get the kill on this front guy for some dollars, because I love dollars. I can't infuse top floor, sadly. Hold on to this Train Steward. Yeah, that's acceptable. Yeah, we get some dollars. We like dollars. And then I just reform that dude every turn, and he eventually just kills things, and that's okay. This is horrible. Oh my gosh. What a terrible turn. Okay. I should really have infused that molded. I got a little spooked, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Gross. I can kill it? Not worth going up. It no, I should kill it. Yeah, that's Very unfortunate. We do get a kill here. It's fine. I can actually get 2 kills. That's good, right? That's good. Let me just charge this floor. That's terrible. I actually may kill my own chief here, right? I let this go up and I kill my chief? Am I seriously doing that? Yeah, I am. Okay. I also, why did I do that, right? I could have just... I'm stressing out a little bit. That's unfortunate. All right, we're going to reform this Rain Steward, right? Because this guy just beats... We leak this whole thing and we spend the entirety of the rest of our run reforming. Man, it's a good thing I took this Train Steward. I could save him? No, I couldn't. I killed him myself. Funny. I'm going to put Reap on Daedalus because I'm terrified. And I'm going to put this Train Steward down because this punches like 100 and something into him. Yeah, okay. And then we reform the dude. This represents a big heal. That's good. I may need it. I'll kill the front fellow. Right? Yeah, okay. If I put this into this fellow, I only gets 2 hits in. Doesn't matter. 3 hits, it's fine. We still get a heal off of him. I'm gonna load it into Daedalus then. Okay. We kill... What am I reforming here, right? It's just this Train Steward, right? Yeah, this Train Steward is actually just gonna save my run. Yep. Yeah, this Train Steward is actually just gonna save my run. Also, thanks Blood for Blood. Extremely cool. Yeah, we're no longer a Spine Chief. We are a Train Steward. Look at this lad. This guy just beats Daedalus. Thank you, Train Steward. I'm so glad I picked that. We're up on HP. It was ugly as hell, but we got it. We got it. Gross. Just so gross. I mean, I'm not dead. If you were looking at just the numbers, I did really well there, right? I did really well. It's going to be Eternal Kinstone because I'm terrible at infusing floors, and I need to be better at it. And it's really good with Egg. And I'm taking space here, and you can't stop me, Bounty Stalker. Well, my run has suddenly evolved. You know, the reality is I would really take the Bog Crystals here and then be able to self-infuse anytime I want. But, Bounty Stalker. I could put Bounty Stalker into Train Steward, right? That is the big brain. And then I just scale the Train Steward. The only reason I wouldn't do that is because it doesn't have draw priority. It's hard not to take this Bounty Stalker here. This is... I don't think it's run saving. Like, I think we have a plan that wins. When we take space here, we have 5 unit space between these two. I don't actually self-infuse the Bog Chrysalis, huh? Holy crap. Wait, do I put Bounty Stalker into Bog Chrysalis? Whoa. Is that good? Hold up. I think I take Bounty... I'm taking Bounty Stalker no matter what. You can't actually stop me here. And I take space because I'm going to need it no matter what. And we're fine. But let's... Before I click anything, let's go over my deck and think about this for a minute. I could infuse Bounty Stalker into the egg. And then... Because if you don't know, Bounty Stalker's essence gives +4 damage permanently. Which is extremely strong. It's obviously half of his ability. So if you can put the other thing into Bounty Stalker, it's always better. But going this way, every time it hatches, it benefits, right? And then every time it hatches, it benefits, and I could reform spam on the Bog Chrysalis after it hatches the first time and scale it for subsequent combats. And this thing will just blast face because the damage carries... This is nuts. I'm going to go right here because I want to see this Merchant of Steel very badly. And thanks to the Forgotten Boons, I can afford something, so that's cool. Quick. Burnout 1 is a definite happening here on my tomb. Yes. I'm going to reroll and be able to guarantee to hit something good. Multi-strike into egg? This is happening, isn't it? We're going Corruptor too? Yeah, for sure. Hold up, this is happening. Oh, what's this? I don't know. Big Sludge! Oh, I could go Tiny Hat? Big Sludge, Tiny Hat? This run is blessed. You just survive Daedalus and you're gifted glory. I never take Big Sludge here, as much as I would love to. I don't want things that make it bigger, and the rage is kind of annoying. He's here. Oh, one day I will show you a Big Sludge run, but it is not today. And it's never Lady of the House here. I have a plan, and this plan is glorious. And because of the way the Bounty Stalker works, I put it in right now. Right now. This is crazy, right? Is this good? Hold up. We need to step back and think for a second. Because eventually I'm going to want to dupe that. And if I dupe that, I can never play the tomb in front. Yo, but I could put one of them in front? I could put a Bog Chrysalis in front? What kind of cursed nonsense is this? I'm gonna do this. This is cursed, and I'm here for it. And I wish I had Hardened Hull because it would make this so much easier, but I'm cool with it. I'm cool with where we're at right now. Yeah, this line is bonkers. We're gonna do this infusion right now because I don't want to deal with drafting into it, and I want to start getting the benefit of it right away. It puts me at 55, but I have Train Stewards, right? Train Stewards are strong. They're gonna win the game for the next combat. So we're doing some madness here. Heaven Seal. Heaven Seal's how you kill yourself on this run, right? Truly, Heaven Seal is how you just kill yourself on this run. At 55, this is terrifying. At least it's not Party Fellow, our Firelight Master buddy. What's the damage threshold? 3 echoes, and he pops one of them, and then the backline pops. I could take this, right? I have HP. I'm fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. You know, this is great. This is great. You get to see some absolute... Ah, the turn 1 molded. Yes, truly a brilliant confluence of skill and purpose. We play top on this guy. I'm going to play Train Steward. I'm going to play this down here. I'm going to put some echo power into it. I'm just going to reform holdover. Seems good, right? Seems great. I could kill the front man. Hey, yeah. We like that. I'm going to start charging floors, right? Yeah, I'm going to start charging floors. Who even cares about any of this? None of this matters. Nothing matters at all. Absolutely nothing matters. I leak this dude? Oh no. Truly, it's oh no. Train Steward, carry me. Like, this guy's gonna beat my face in, right? But like, cool? Like, also cool? I don't think I ever get there here, right? I may as well start charging this floor, right? There's no reason not to. What? They kill! They're too strong! Oh, we get it! Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know how I didn't even look at the math. I was just like, believers. Believers! This run is... What is happening? Yo, Bounty Man, our Paraffin Thug is doing work. Also, thank you, Train Stewards, for saving my run. Just throwing that out there for you. Thank you, Train Stewards. Extremely cool. And we're going to play this dude up here because I don't want to take any of this damage. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Just clear the floor. Yep. Cool. We play Entombed Explosive in front. He clears one. We can actually clear both here. Sure. Oh, wow. It actually just did 0. I'm out of my mind, apparently. I thought I said 15. Never mind. Alright. Thank you, Eternal Kinstone, for being a bro. He burns out, so I don't really care. So we do this so that we get the kill. Sweet. I reform Entombed Explosive, so we get that kill. What am I doing on this run? Oh no, what am I doing? What is happening? What in the world am I doing? I want to Bounding Echoes now and play the stealth up top so I actually win the combat. Who gets the kill on this? He slaps 1, 2, 3. I think it's... He kills this first guy. Then the second, we get 20 and 20, so 40. Then he kills this guy and we get a kill. Alright, so we get another 20 gold. Yo, Paraffin Thug, paying for himself, huh? Alright, we're going to infuse up top. I'm going to reform this thing. I'm putting it mid because you cannot stop me. I can put the Entombed Explosive, this dude up top, which infuses the floor now and kills, which is excellent. Hold up, I can actually hatch this thing, can't I? What the hell am I doing? I'm hatching. Oh, we're hatching. I think we just kill on mid-floor, right? Jeez. That's really funny, frankly. We get another hatch here. What's our... I'm going to have to look at what our thing is up to at this point. I do lose the encasement, sadly. And we get absolutely farmed out here. We get 2 curses. Thank you, Burnout, for saving me a bunch of damage. But it's fine. You know, 116 by 2. That seems strong. You'll hatch and Relentless. This is strong, dudes. This is strong. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm so excited. I have 6 space. Can I get the Thug kill here? Is there a world where Thug gets a kill? No, we're too strong. Absolutely way too strong here. Yeah, it's worthwhile. Yo, does he get it? 75, 45? That's... No, we don't get it. It was worth a try. We don't even hatch. But if we had, it would have been too good. Sketches of Salvation. This game hates me, doesn't it? You know that's not bad, right? We're up to 16 by 2 on our Chrysalis, which is exciting. That's 4 deaths. It's not bad, but it's also horrible. Like, it would be really cool for, like, Train Stewards or, like, getting the dregs out. It also infuses the mid-floor, which is weird. But if it takes the egg and puts the egg in the back, I just lose. Yeah, I have to skip this. It's worth 25 gold. Return Soul is good. Soul Siphon is better. Oh, man, there's a lot of good answers here, right? A lot of good answers here. I have the Returning Stealth Tomb, so I don't care too terribly much. I'm just going to take Soul Siphon. I'm really struggling with infusions here. I don't want to destroy my spells. I have, like, not enough spells as is with Return Soul. I'm just going to take Soul Siphon. This is a good card here. Good card here. Wicked Blaze is fun. Another reform, but I don't need it. I have a holdover on Molded. These are not it. We skip. Okay. Alright, now I have the infusion already, so... And I don't hate these Train Stewards because they're doing work. I could go right and look for something. I don't really mind this Chrysalis having 1 HP, huh? That's so bizarre. What would my dupe be? Eternal Kinstone? Probably. Almost definitely. It just speeds up my infusion a lot. It's a good dupe. Removals on Train Stewards is still fine. We could get them out here. Thin my deck a little bit down. That's a pretty decent one. The dupe is nothing fancy, but it's okay. We'll just be Eternal Kinstone, basically. Because nothing else really matters here. I would be only 1 card down that way. I don't know. I don't think that adds a lot. I'm just going to go right. This doesn't add a lot of value right now. Show me another multi-strike, you cowards. Yeah, sure, why not? We just have the Bog Chrysalis Bounty Stalker of Destiny. I don't mind the 1 HP, right? It can die. Just reform it. Just bring it back to life, please. I don't know. Let me overflow it now. Alright, not happening. The heck, I don't want any of these. I mean, the only good one in Hellhorn is Alloy for this run. Awoken is never good. I don't need regen. I guess I'll look at Wurmkin. Alright, Broken Memories on what? Soul Siphon? I don't want to add this. I'll take 10 gold. Yay, 10 gold. Make sure we can still hit. I am going to dupe this egg at the end. We're just going to have egg run. A -2. Purge this. Ugh. I could put explosive into it. It's too aggro for right now. I could always do it later. Like ring 7 later. I guess. I could just take a removal here. What am I seeing next floor? I don't need a Merchant of Steel. Merchant of Magic, I guess? I would just go right anyway for the removals. At this point, I don't need things. I've hit double multi-strike. I'll just go right again. I don't care. You can't stop me. I don't need these removals right now. 29 is fine. We'll take space. I mean, not space, draw next time. I think this is pretty straightforward from here, right? I can just take this. I don't care. If they go to my Pyre, I heal off of them. And I think we just blast Harpy here, right? Interesting. This is pretty good, right? I infuse this dude, which is excellent. Which means he self-damages. That's pretty cool, huh? I think this guy just sort of dies, but it's fine. We'll play top on this guy. No problem. Need to get some reap onto this dude here, huh? I'm gonna play stealth so my dude doesn't die, and I'm gonna put the dragon back. I think this is important. Yeah, you see, there's a reason for this, right? I'm gonna do a reform on... I could play this up top, but I actually think it's just... If I play the dreg, we get it, right? Because the dreg lives, right? Yeah, dreg lives. I put this dude down. I put dreg in play, and I put... All I have to do is... Oh, yeah, he dies to the sweep, huh? Interesting. Didn't even think about it, huh? It's cool, doesn't matter. Play this guy mid, he just kills a heavy. Sure. We have the Refractor for this, which is good. And I'll put this thing on the bottom. Cool. Cool, we get there. I don't mind leaking some stuff. Certainly not. Alright, now, whichever floor I dump this Soul Siphon into gets a hatch. Which is fine by me, frankly. It's gonna be mid, right? I'm just gonna play this here and blast. Yeah, this hatches and does a truckload of damage here. If I put this dreg up top, I feel pretty good for the next turn. Yeah, even this tomb does 75 damage. That's crazy. Right, because they come out with stealth, but it wears off because that's funny. Funny joke, huh? It's actually great because we leak... Yeah, we leak the Shaman, which just heals us for 5 and still do stealth up here. It doesn't change anything. Cool. And then we play bottom floor, huh? Because this mid floor cleans up. And I want to attempt the hatch here. Yes. Cool. This is fine. Thanks for the heal. Eternal Kinstone. We get the... If I put the stealth on bottom, I think we get this, right? Reform. I don't know. Brain Steward, I guess. Probably explosive. Almost definitely the explosive. I think if I put the stealth down here, we make huge... Yeah, oh my god. Huge progress. And that's even without my... If I put this Kinstone here, we kill. Very close. That's crazy. I can now put the Entombed Fellow in line. Now we just kill on bottom floor, yeah. Neat. Wait, what? Putting the Reap on him made me do less damage? I'm not sure how the math works out on that, but it does. It's actually better this way. Because I get another one of these, huh? Yo, actually, how greedy can I be here? I can just kill my dude. It's actually much better this way, right? Guaranteed to kill by doing that, yeah. It's actually really interesting because I get another reform. I didn't really look at the math, but even he kills him, huh? Funny. Cool. Well, we get there. The egg does 200 damage. That's great news. I feel like we're actually really strong. Just really, really strong. I could take the other Soul Siphon. Soul Siphon's actually a really good card here because I just throw it on the floor and then we suddenly hatch whatever. We suddenly hatch our Bounty Chrysalis, which is now a 36/3, mind you, which is silly. And it goes away. And we have Power of Knowledge, which is, you know, a fine spell with it. Soul Siphon's really good. And it being infused or not does not matter. So we're going to take another one, and I'm fine with that. Because the infusion is going to be the most important thing I could hit here. Just like hyper infusing this floor. I should remove Thug at this point, by the way. I don't want any of these cards. Sacrificial Resurrection is fun, but it's not for this run. Clogs my deck. I don't need it for anything. Remnant Host does nothing. I don't need Harvests. Yeah, I don't need any of this. We skip it. Fatal Melting? Stuff does die. No, I don't think so. I think eventually we're just going to have like 6 hits from a massive hyper-skilled Bog Chrysalis going mad with power. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go right here just because it has removals, frankly. I don't need anything else. The spell upgrades, like what? A -1 into Eternal Kinstone, I guess. Not bad, I suppose. I could always go after Bell, because what is this side? I mean, because this Merchant of Steel does actually nothing for me, right? It is, but it is 2 removals, right? 2 removals is good. I can just buy them with money, frankly. I'm gonna go left. This Merchant of Magic actually does something for me, I guess. I don't know, overflow me, baby. Build a card? I'll look at it. Regen Frostbite Armor? I mean, armor's good. I could put it on Chief, I guess. Sure, we'll play a defensive one. I mean, I get the movement. I'm not doing any of that shenanigans in this run. I'll leave it be. Card draw. Space. Is this good? What does this actually do for me, huh? I could play multiple Chrysalises into a floor. I don't want this. Back away warily. I don't need the space. If I had found that before I took space upgrade, sure, but not here, not now. -1 into Kinstone, it's like my best card. Sure. I'm gonna remove 2 Train Stewards here. They fall. Actually, it's gonna be 1 Paraffin Thug. He earned his removal. It's fine. And 1 Train Steward. A +10. I can just shove this into Proclamation and make this thing blast. I'm fine with that. It's a good 150. I will take another -1 into, I guess, Power of Knowledge. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 consumes. I mean, it does 60 damage. It's a good ping. Yeah, I'll do that. What else could it show me, though? Holdover on Eternal Kinstone, maybe? That is pretty strong. Double stack on nothing. Yeah, and then the other one is hold over, double stack, and freeze. I could freeze something. What would I freeze? Freeze the Bounding Echoes, I guess. I might freeze the Bounding Echoes to always hit it on the egg because that's huge value. I guess I'll roll this. It can show me freeze. I'll take that frozen, actually. Power Knowledge goes here, and I will freeze a Bounding Echoes. This is neat because it means I always hit the Bounding Echoes onto my egg. And with any luck, also my Reform card, which is big value. So, plus 20 in Consume doesn't even go on anything here. Unless I kill my Power Knowledge, which I'm not going to. You can't stop me. Alright, 15 here, so I go to 70. And then I'm duping here, which takes me to 85. So I take another 15 somewhere along the line. I could get there cleanly by doing a 15 on any of these, but, like, what would I Spell Chain? Kinstone? I mean, that is pretty strong, I guess. I could Spell Chain Soul Siphon. No, that's dumb. Piercing on Power of Knowledge is actually good. With a single Consume card played, this becomes... what? With a single Consume card played, this becomes 25, which kills most things. Doesn't kill Purifiers, that's okay. With 2, it kills something else. This is actually kind of alright. It does put me at 105, and I'm probably setting up top. Definitely setting up top. I have the stealth for Patient and the stealth for Divinity. Spell Chain, though, lets me do some crazy things with this Eternal Kinstone. Like, for 1 Ember, I can get 2 unremovables. This is actually extremely strong here. I'm going to do this. The Spell Chain on the Kinstone. Yeah, okay. That takes me to exactly 100 when I take this Relic and a dupe. So we're good with that. Cool. That's very strong. Now, what am I doing for Curse Fell? Because I have no sweeper. What am I doing? I mean, I just play the... Interesting. I mean, I could just take it with HP here. I have Pyre Wall specifically for this. Pyre Wall did a lot of work on this run, by the way. A lot of value here. I've gotten so much HP over the course of this run from it. I don't mind trading it at this point, right? Do not mind trading it one bit. I'm always playing Bog Crystal as bottom. Yes. It kills the front line, which means next turn... Huh. I could hatch it here, right? Almost. There's no reason not to play this, right? I have no Ember. Alright, yeah, I'm smart. We smart. I'm holding over this Molded. What am I doing with this? I'm going to play it mid, I think. This is the first one. This lets me bring this thing back. I'm just going to take curses, though, which sucks. Right? Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, we're just going to get slammed here, and there's not much I can do about it. Not on this turn, but... Well... Alright, we just hold over this, for sure. I think I need to put this Power of Knowledge into the 15x2. That's bad. That thing leaks, that's bad. Also just kills my chief. Yeah, which is fine. Always playing the Kinstone here somewhere. I can play the Soul Siphon here, actually. Because this thing dies, which is great news. So the Ember Drain doesn't matter. And then I think I'm going to play Kinstone up here. I need to just answer the question of what do I care more about? This Curse or this Purge Kinstone? That's a tough question. This is a lot of speed value. It doesn't have too terribly much value on the bottom floor right now, but it is value up here. Having being able to get a second one is really good. It means no matter what, I never drop. I will probably bounce this curse. I'm going to bounce a lot of curses, though. I'm going to do this. I think it's okay. I don't need to ramp that quickly right now. I'm going to get slammed on this turn. It's fine. We knew it was going to happen. I'm going to play this on top floor because it clears everything. Or I can play it mid-floor and it clears everything, but it eats all that charge. You know, it's actually okay if it goes up top right. Heals me for 3. I'm gonna always bounce stuff here. I don't love that. I can just kill it with... No, I can't. No, I can't. I can kill this guy with this, which is good. Killing one of these is important. I'm gonna play this on bottom then. This has more value here than one of these. And then I'm gonna play 2 weights because I don't want to clog my draw. I'm just gonna bounce 8 here and play this mid. This does eat everything, sadly, but it does punch through the mid fellow, so it's okay. And it eats 4, but that's unfortunate. It's fine. Okay, we see stealth. I'm gonna start playing stealth up here. That's good. I'm gonna reform my dude and just purge all of these. I'm gonna play this mid. Yeah, he clears the floor. Cool. The more we can get him killed, the better. I'm just gonna leak that one. Fine. I don't get healed for it, but that's a fine trade. I'm never gonna see my cards. Holy crap. It burns out on this turn, right? So I can put this in front and it clears stuff. Fine, that's good. Yikes. Alright, we finally start taking damage. As long as I have the Bog Chrysalis in play doing work, we're okay. Right? This trades down. I can play this curse no matter what. I don't think I have to do anything wild and crazy with this. This was what? This is going to do 10, 19. That's excellent. That means it gets killed. So I can do this here. He does a lot of work on that floor. This is the 1 HP trade. It also is a curse, right? I could catch it by playing the Entombed Explosive up here and saving the 1 and the curse. There's no reason to worry about the bottom floors. Yeah, alright, we'll do that. This is correct. That catches everything, which is good. Prevents me from going too weak here, because I think this is a, yeah, it's a Fel Curse turn. Okay, so I finally see my Bounding Echoes, so I play it. This makes these moldeds and things very, very good. I'm just going to reform this Trains Through because it's crazy strong. I keep playing my Encasement because I have to, which means he dies. This is excellent. I'm going to put, because I think next turn I play him top for the immediate hatch with, what is it, 4 burnout, I think. Yeah, it'll be 4 burnout. Is that good? That's not good enough, right? That's not good enough. I could save him and he could just kill this floor. I actually am worried about this floor, right? Because I can't put him top. Well, think about it. If he goes 4 burnout, I play him next turn. They burn out in 4 rounds, but Fel reaches. They'll burn out the turn that Fel gets there. Okay, I can't do that. I have to play this Trains Through to tank and then clear this floor. And then we play the Penance. Well, I shouldn't play the Penance here, right? I guess there's no reason not to. The Reap doesn't help on this floor anyway, because Egg eats it. Yeah, we just do this and take 3 more. I haven't traded very hard here, which is okay with me. Alright, we're on final wave. This thing burns out, which is acceptable. I'm just gonna play this other Bounding Echoes. We're okay with that. I'm gonna reform Train Steward, frankly. We're gonna do 80. Get it. Do 160. Yeah, get it. Do we win? That's a great question. That's a great question. That's a great question. Now, let's think about this real quick, right? Bounty Stalker easily clears this, right? He has Burnout 4. I could put him on mid and greet another turn here. I guarantee the hatch up top. I actually guarantee the hatch down here, don't I? I do, actually. Right? This fellow, he does 336, but that's okay. We can actually get it even better here. No, we can't. We come close. We get another turn if I do this, though, which is good. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. This is perfect, right? That's exceptional. And then we leave it. There's no reason to play this. Yeah, sure. This thing just gets extra turns, which is good. Cool. We reform egg again with the stealth in front and the egg in back. We get there. Cool. Cool. Egg win. Some big brain egg play, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Endless is bad. Where are we at? 56 by 3? This thing is going to be insane. I'm not taking these cards. Right? Extinguish would be kind of fun on these bounty friends, but sadly they already have Bounty Stalker, which is good. Wurmkin etchings? No. Remnant Pact? What do I endless? Right? Nothing. The only thing I want endless is already endless. And it's actually bad to do it on the Bog Chrysalis, right? Because I wanted to get the reform and the resin block value, so we skip. Cool. I take draw here because you saw how miserable that was. And yeah, you saw how miserable that was. Cool. Cool. All right, so do I take removals and look for a relic that I probably don't care about? Or do I take HP that I also don't care about and just look at a magic shop that I also don't care about? Huh. Well, when you put it that way, I'm going to go for the removals. When you put it that way, I'm just going to remove stuff I don't care about. Dregs are fine. They have 0 cost and they infuse a floor, I guess. I maybe care more about the train stewards. I'll have to think about that. Anything in here? No. You did see Decayed Decoy, Serrated Mandibles on this run, which is an insanely strong combo. Yeah, it's a crazy strong combo. But that's okay. We do Corruptor 3. Yep. Seems reasonable. Give me an overflow. Cowards. Purge a card, gain a card. Fine. I will purge a Train Steward with this. And then I'm going to roll on Rare Melting Remnant. Because if it was Hallowed Halls, this would be fun. But it's not, so I just take 10 gold on this. I passed up an infused one of those. There's no way I'm taking that one. Yeah, I don't want any of this stuff. It's fine. We just take these 2 removals on something. I'm going to leave 1 Train Steward in because it's a really good reform target with resin block. And I'm just going to cut... My deck's getting thin, which is fine. I'm just going to cut a Dreg. It's annoying. I don't want to draw into it, frankly. Yeah, it's not great. You know, Fracture is such a good card for so many reasons, right? I can reap the egg to hatch it. I can reap Seraph to get extra damage in. It's so much better than Dreg, right? Dreg also rallies them. We're already probably going to go crazy with rallies, but I have Stealth for the critical turns to keep the chef alive, so that's all that really matters. My 30 shards here are dedicated to Dupe and Divine Horde. 70 into Ring 7 is pretty comfortable, frankly. I like that. Mark of Invasion. This is just a fine trade, right? Turn 1, they bounce. They do 30 to me, I get 15 back, so it's a fair trade. This is a fine 400 gold. The only thing is, does Chef die? And frankly, if he does, I don't really care. Right? So, I can just tank it with the... I can do a lot of things with this, actually. This is fine. Okay, we didn't... This is a scary wave, wow. We got the double infusion with the Gilded Wing on turn 1. Yikes. I'm probably going to slam this Dreg with this Proclamation to just end the front dude here, for sure. I could do a lot of damage to it with this. Sadly, I can't reap to kill my own egg because the egg removes it, but it's fine. I can put the explosive up top, which kills one of them. Then Chef can just take the other 10 damage here, 15 damage here. I don't really care. 20, math's hard. Oh, right, because it kills itself and extinguishes. Yeah, fine. Hold up, does that actually kill this guy? Front unit. I think it might. It does. That's excellent. Oh boy, we're hype. And I leak one, whatever. I'm actually going to work on this multi-strike dude. Yeah. We're just going to work on that dude. That's great news. This is just a trade. No reform. Okay. No reform. Take this first Bounding Echoes here. I will play the Dreg because it dies. I'm gonna Soul Siphon mid here because I want to work on this back dude. And this is good Reap. I'm actually gonna put more in the mid. It's only 2 Reap I have on the guy. Put this top and it's a lot more valuable. Yeah. It's fine, I missed the Collector. We trade a little bit of Pyre HP there, but we're alright. I still don't see the Reform. Yikes, right? That's a yikes. We do a lot of damage to this thing, though, at least, which is good. I am taking more there. I'm going to Soul Siphon bottom. This is very bad, bottom decking the molded like that. Okay, we're fine. Thanks, Blood for Blood. Very cool. I do finally see it on the pivotal turn. I am very much on the back foot here. I need to play it up top. It will burn out, and that's fine. Hold up. It'll die if I play it here. I have to play it in the back so it burns out. It'll actually hatch, which is even better. Okay, I put this dragon to take this for the chef. Okay, we've caught up at this point. We have caught up, and we're catching up, which is good. Yeah, we've caught up to a point where I feel very less bad about things. This is good because it just hatches every turn, right? He just clears the floor and then hatches, which is great news. Because a hatch is a death too, yeah? This is kind of what I was hoping we would see, right? And then, because I took space, I can do this on this floor. And these guys are doing, holy crap, a lot. And then I can hatch this thing on all 3 floors. And we just go mad with power. I am going to clear out this guy to the best of my ability. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just plug 150 in. Actually, you know what? I think we easily get this kill, so we're fine. Yeah, we easily get this kill. I just want to hatch it and do things on all floors, basically, so that I can get as much value out of this Bounty Stalker as possible. This is excellent because he dies. Great, we just keep the Reap thing going up top. I don't kill him with Proclamation to get the next hatch. Yep. We're in a good shape. We're in good shape here. I'm very comfortable with this. Like, even he wins, right? So which means I need to... Which means I do this. I play this thing, and then I Power of Knowledge it for another Extinguish. And we just kill it with Chef. Okay. You know what? Sure. Get him, Chef. You deserve this. That's fair trade. 24 for 400 gold. That was a very bad draw, and we did fine. I skip all of these because these cards are trash here. I'm going to take a Crushing Demise. You can't stop me. This card's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I'm not even going to talk about the others. Just give me Crushing Demise. Alright, what's our doodad? 80 by 3. This thing's a beast. I need you to understand. This thing is beast. We're going right. We're duping. That's where my 30's coming from. Yep. Yep. Oh, man. What a strong card. I'm taking Golden Vault. Or is it Forever Flame? Golden Vault here is so good. I can just bounce tons of damage. I don't see how I lose with Golden Vault, but Forever Flame lets me play the Tomb for free every turn. But is that a lot? I'm basically not playing anything that costs Ember, right? It's not Diligent. I'm going to take Golden Vault and then just buy nothing. And I think that's fine. You're going to have to show me something real. Hardened Hull is broken. So Hardened Hull is worth the Golden Vault hits. It just is. It means that this thing hatches on shell 2, which means it hatches every turn no matter what. Yeah, we're going to buy Hardened Hull, and I'm going to take the dupe on this egg. 100 out of 100, and then I just don't spend money. Okay, I'm going to put a -1 into Crushing Demise because that's the only card that really deserves it here. And then we don't spend anything else. And we just go at 100 out of 100. This is actually really strong. I need you to understand that this is one of those lines that is bizarre as hell, right? This is nuts. And this is going to work, right? I have every confidence. As long as I don't throw or do something really stupid, this wins. Like, I just don't even play top floor, right? I just, like, fracture it. And that's it. I honestly don't even care about Patient here. I can just disrespect Patient because I'm going to use Stealth to annihilate him. So I always play one of these Chrysalises on the bottom. Can't stop me. Perfect. I can play one up top, actually. And then I can put a front dude in front of the drag. Because I'm just going to slam Patient with the Chrysalis. I don't actually care about, oh no, I can't play Chef top. Like, I could play Chef bottom for all I care here. It's going to be mid. And I'm just going to chump with the drag here in case he goes mid. And then we play the Bounty Stalker dude up top. And he just pumps 160 in. Yeah, that's neat. I can also just hatch him here. Pretty fun. Oh, I don't get to hatch. It's bottom floor. We're good. I am going to... I'm going to put the Entombed Explosive mid here. Maybe. I think I do want a Crushing Demise bottom. It's worth it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits on this floor, so this trains through just kind of implodes. But that's okay, right? That is okay. I need to chump mid because he's gonna go either mid or top for the infusion or the melee weakness. And I want to make sure Chief doesn't die, right? I've got really good draws coming. Even if he does die, I just reform him, right? I don't really care. My run is just like maddening. Just reform forehead. It's basically endless, right? Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is, right? So I think it's actually Entombed Explosive mid here. I could put both bottom. Pump these, and then drag mops it up here. Yeah, alright, we do that. We charge up that mid floor. I put both of these explosives on bottom and just rally, and we're fine with it. And then I Crushing Demise up top. Because reasons. This forces Patient to go mid, which is great. I get the stealth, which makes this basically free. Yeah. Ah, Power of Knowledge, you're so annoying. Okay. I could stave. Put this encasement in front. It's actually great. I don't mind the rallies too terribly much because I'm just going to have stealth for this floor, right? We do get a melee weakness on the Chief here, but that's okay. It is okay. I'm going to play Kinstone bottom because it's really good, and I'm going to put some damage into that back dude. Just infuse the bottom floor. Sure. I will take Bounding Echoes here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to infuse the hell out of this floor. Yeah, this is strong, right? Good numbers, good numbers. I'm gonna put this Soul Siphon up top, I think. Just, yeah, it's fine. I mean, this melee weakness is unfortunate. Alright, where are we at? I have Bounding Echoes with Molded in hand. The only thing I'm missing with this is the Kinstone, but that's okay. That's okay. This is perfectly worth it. We just keep tanking here. It's fine. Then down the bottom, we start this train up. He hatches. Excellent news. I don't need to spend this Soul Siphon yet. Yeah, so we don't. Next turn, we go top. Oh, interesting. Crushing Demise up top. Wrong hit, but it's fine. We take back this egg. He kills everything. He hatches. Excellent. Stealth mid. Start the Reef Train on Patient. Just play cards, right? Just play cards. It's fine. I am leaking a 15 here. Do I care? Maybe not. If I were smarter, I would have put one of those eggs behind Chief so that it kind of just hatched some dudes that exist. That's kind of what I want to ultimately do here, but it's fine. I could plug a really big number into the... Yeah, this is just like 300 into him, which is excellent news. I could just keep putting Reef on Patient, frankly. Yeah. Okay. Do this in mid. Keep reforming. Top floor's fine. It's under 500. Put this in bottom. We get another hit. Yeah. Keep respecting the hustle on... Yeah, you gotta keep respecting the hustle on Patient here, because Patient can run us over, right? If I tank it with this Train Steward, it dies, and we keep the floor alive. That's good. I don't need this Soul Siphon. I could just send it, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna... I can't play it in the Pyre room. Oh, never mind. Cool. We're gonna reform into mid. It looks bleak, but it's not. Doing 1,000 with just the Chief here, so... Right. Make good progress here, which is great. Again, it looks bleak, but I think it's not. He gets the kill. Oof. And, you know, this is a case where it's Patient, so stop clicking things. Cool. This was a weird one. Seraph is always tough in these cases, but we get there. It's just a one round, right? He does 600, so that's great news. Cool. All right, thanks, Patient. Very neat. Scarier than I wanted it to be. This kind of a run requires a lot of math and careful planning on reforms and things. So now, with any luck, I get a little bit of a better draw order. I also don't have Patient to deal with, which is awesome. I can just set it top. Chief can take some hits. Yeah, so here's what we're doing. We're doing Dreg top. I went to specifically 100 here because I wanted the lower damage. We get Chief in. I want to avoid hatching this egg. I could just, this could be the egg I send on the bottom, and then the next turn egg is the one I try to play up top, right? Because what I want is I want Stealth onto the dudes, right? Yeah, we're just going to send this dude on bottom floor. He's going to kill 3 of them. And we play... He could hatch. Huh, that's cool. I play this on these dudes. Kill 1 of them. It's fine. Oh, yeah, he eats it. Never mind. It's fine. That's fine. He hatches. They don't really live, ever. It's fine. This is a good Bounding Echoes turn. Yeah, this is actually great news. Right, because order matters, so I play this one up here, right? It doesn't die, it hatches. And that's excellent for a lot of reasons, because it means, think about it, it hatches after combat ends, so it's always going to be on this floor, which means next turn I can protect it with this Molten Encasement. Yes. Cool. Sadly, no piercing on any of these. It's fine. We're just going to blast mid-floor a little bit, I guess. It's fine. I don't even want to think about those enemies. Right, now shame. I don't hit the reform here, and I don't hit the card I needed in order to protect it. I actually had it on the last turn, didn't I? Yeah, dang, Power of Knowledge. So I do end up losing our boys here, sadly, but that's okay. It would have been really good if I could have kept them alive there, huh? It's fine. It's fine. Shit. Stealth buddy always goes... Yeah, because the problem is it sweeps first, right? So I can never actually protect them. If they'd had, like, I don't know, 10 more HP or something, it would have been okay. But alas, this is the Petrified Heart, right? The Petrified Heart would have paid out right here. But okay, it's fine. This Blood for Blood probably saved my run. This is the consideration I was having, so... This floor's terrifying, huh? I need to hit Molded next turn. Yeah, I need to hit Molded next turn or I eat like 1,000,000 damage. Well, you know what? This is why I have Golden Vault, right? We're going to play Explosive on the bottom, and I know that's probably a bad idea, but I'm going to have to kill this Wilt Wings eventually. And it'll just have to do. Infuse mid. Molded, please? No molded. Okay, so this is the curse. This is the cursed run. I can kill the mid dude. Oh, I can't? I could have done it with Train Steward, I think, huh? I take a ton here, but it's okay because of Golden Vault. I picked this for a reason. So we're just okay with that? We're just going to be okay with that. Thanks, Golden Vault. You maybe are saving the run. Yeah, thanks, Golden Vault. You just saved me like 100 damage. Oh my god, it's the bottom card! Oh. Oh no. Oh no, this is cursed. Welp. You know what they say. I can't play the stealth up top here. Oh my gosh, this is a nightmare. Literal bottom card. You know, this is Golden Vault's time to shine, kids. Do it, take it away. Lived because of Golden Vault. Oh my god. This was a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Oh my god, that was the scariest send it turn of my life. We're cool though, right? We're cool? Do we win? Honestly, I don't even know at this point. I don't even have a clue. We're just praying at this point. I have had the worst rolls ever. Oh, okay. We got there. Thanks, Reap. Extremely cool. Oh my gosh. And now now that this one has burnout too, it actually stands on the floor for longer than. Good lord, this draw order was so cursed. I think the blessing is that they stay on this floor and don't die immediately, right? Oof, that's good. Hit the boss, please. Okay, that's something. I'll take it. Because now I have a moment of respite. They will die, but we clear the floor. I can't leak anything, by the way. I'm playing this bottom. You can't stop me. Just kill things, please. Just kill things. I'm gonna kill this Wilt Wings, frankly. What is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 by 2 is 14. It doesn't get it. We just do this. It's fine. And I'm gonna put this into the guy in back. Jesus. I can't tell you enough how scared I am of this run right now. I need to build up this burnout badly. There's 1,000 damage, which is pretty neat. 4 by 5. I kills the back guy, which is good. I'm gonna kill the front dude, which is fine. I take these curses, but I'm cool with it. Jesus. Jesus criminy. I think just this wins. It does. Guys, Golden Vault, Pyre Wall, Blood for Blood, take the wheel. Oh, I think I actually kill on 2 floors, by the way. I'm pretty sure I do, now that I think about it a little bit. We get the X, we take it. Jeez, guys, we did it. That was horrifying. Oh my gosh. Wow, 98 damage taken. Every Pyre HP mattered. Oh, well, a win is a win. We're gonna take it. Geez, this run took forever because of how scary that was and how intensely thought-provoking it was. You know, if I had actually... I don't know, it's tough. It's tough. I am not actually sure. We'll go to the run summary. I have some things to talk about. There's a lot of thoughts I have here. Okay, so 98 damage taken on Divinity is terrifying. Really terrifying. The takeaway is that Petrified Heart would have made my Divinity look a lot cleaner, right? I knew that when I was talking about it, right? I mean, I even mentioned it. It lets me do top floor, right? Which was the whole point of the thing. But yeah, so the Blood for Blood, I think, saved me early on because my starting thing was weak. Frankly, Advanced Prototype saved this run. On more than one occasion, I would have died at Daedalus if I hadn't identified how weak I was and taken Advanced Prototype. This is measuring your strength in action from the jaws of defeat, turning it into a victory. And this was so much closer than it looked. That harvest wave was unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Yeah, wow. Golden Vault saved my run. In the final moments of this run, I had Blood for Blood, Golden Vault, and Pyre Wall. And they are the only reasons I didn't lose there, because my literal last card was molded. So here's the thing. I could have reached this if I had recognized that a turn sooner and not played my encasement. But the fact is that I needed the encasement for Chief. I think that is actually the correct line, right? I think identifying that the encasement could prevent me from drawing into a literal bottom card reform. And yeah, I think that is the line. I could have improved this run significantly on the Divinity if I had identified that. And frankly, I was frazzled. I think I was actually, I don't want to say panicking, but I was definitely feeling concern, right? Like, that's one of those moments where I'm like, oh no, do I actually lose my win streak, right? And in the actual game, frankly, I'm going to be real with you here. When you're running a 75 win streak, runs like that happen where you're so close and you pull out the 12 HP victory where you leak like 100 damage on a single wave and you're just like, am I losing? You just click the button and you pray that you don't lose, right? Because that's the end of it. That's how you lose. So there was a line that was smarter for me. If I had identified dropping the encasement for one round, because I had like 3 stealth up on my chief, I could have done that. I could have gotten away with dropping stealth for one round. The only way that kills me is if I don't draw around into it fast enough, right? Because I have so many holdovers and so many endlesses. I have the molded and I have the endless. But I mean, if I'm dropping one, then it's not that bad, I don't think. I think I would have made it around and been fine, and Chief wouldn't have died. He also had like 100 life. It would have been cool. So dropping the encasement would have guaranteed me that if I had identified it. I made the naive decision of saying, oh, it's cool. You know why? Because I have 6 draw and I see 6 cards. Duh, it's fine. No, because Endless messes that up. That was a misplay, absolutely. And identifying that so that I don't make that mistake again is important because that almost threw the run. It almost threw the run. I was very narrowly escaping the jaws of defeat there. And yeah, frankly, I'll own up to that one. I think I didn't see that line because I was so focused on the answering the immediate threats that I didn't think about the next threat. And yeah, yep, that was a mistake on my part. I did not anticipate the absolute worst draw order. It's funny because at this point I've already recorded and uploaded a video on measuring power level. And in that, I even talk about what is your worst case? And in this run, I experienced the worst case. Like every other draw didn't matter, right? It was either the guaranteeds, so I always saw my Bounty Stalker friend. My Bounty Stalker Bog Chrysalis was always there for me. No big deal. But it was this molded. This was the core to my run, and not seeing it until the literal bottom card is truly cursed, right? It is truly cursed. Obviously, this could have been remedied in the early game if I had taken an intrinsic on it instead of the -1. It's an interesting consideration, but the intrinsic on this would have meant that I would have had to have taken Forever Flame in Ring 8 instead of Golden Vault. Or was it Ring 7? Whenever I took Golden Vault, I would have had to have taken Forever Flame instead, or I would have had to take an energy somewhere along the line, right? Because I wouldn't be able to play those 2 cards every turn and then also do literally anything else. So yeah, the egg reform strategy is really strong. Seeing the Bounty Stalker was pretty cool. I obviously could have pivoted at that point and just gone all in on the double multi-strike Bounty Stalker and then duped that. It would have won. It would have won just fine, but frankly, this was more entertaining, and it gets there all the same. So cool. I'm down with that. And when you think about it, this is also really strong, right? It spits out 2 dudes that hit 6 times. If I had actually, by some miracle, man, if I had taken Petrified Heart, that end combat would have been over before Relentless, right? Because I would have had a protected stealthed set of these bogflies in the back, which is what I really wanted. And it's tough, right? Because I think the second multi-strike was really important for the success of the run in other rings, but it's one of those reasons where I really think eggs with 1 HP is their biggest downside because it forces you to take some stupid upgrade on them, right? And that's not great. I don't love that. There are a lot of like other units that have at least 10, right? And 10 HP is functional for anything, right? Even Bounty Stalker that I infused into it has 10 HP. I really wish that they being Shiny Shoe would just kind of accept that, 1 HP is a really stupid thing to do to an egg, to a banner unit, right? This thing should have 10 HP, 100%. There's no reason we should be suffering that. So yeah, those are all the important things. I will also give a shout out to our Paraffin Thug who farmed us some money in the beginning of the game, and frankly, every single dollar bill counted at the end. So Paraffin Thug saved the run, frankly. I removed him, but he earned enough money that he saved me. The rest of this run was weird, but worked. Corruptor's very strong. Frankly, there's a lot of value here. You saw how it pumped up floors to the point where they were clearing the entire wave. It was really good. And there was one spooky wave, right, where I had to kill it with Reap. Oh god, that was terrifying. But we got there. We did it. We did it. You know, don't think about the bad waves, right? Don't think about the one damage that I had to do in order to not lose the video game. We'll just accept that and play better next time, right? Yeah, that we'll just keep saying that to ourselves, and we'll feel good about it, right? Anyway, that's probably all I'm going to say before this video gets to be 2 hours. And yeah, Wurmkin, it's fun. Spine Chief, weird. Dregs with Wurmkin, spooky. Spooky, huh? But we get there. We take these. This is a fine win. Our streak continues 12-0 with the clutch Spine Chief and the bottom decked reform. So that's where we're at. All right, that's everything I've got for you all. And as always, thank you for watching this. I really appreciate your time. Give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, stay tuned for what's next. Take care, everyone.